Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for sharing your energy with me today. If you're new here, welcome in. My name is Jane. I am a psychic and an energy intuitive, and on this channel, we connect with energies to bring messages to provide assistance with insight, guidance, education, truth, confirmations, and healing. This is to help guide you on your soul's path. All of our sessions are timeless. Whenever you find it is the right time for you to hear the message. Don't try to force anything or try to make anything fit. You will know if it's for you. You will intuitively connect with it. And with that, let the magic begin. So Spirit has been kind of on me, the past few days to do this reading. So I'm just going to get into it and find out what Spirit is wanting from me to give to you. And we're going to figure it out. So I've received pre-downloads if you're new here, and this is how it works. So you could be somebody that is very adaptable and resilient. Now, Spirit has shown me how you navigate through complex situations, and that you could be somebody that you use your caution, but you react quickly to life's twists and turns. You're really quick on your feet, and you're able to stay calm but process information very quickly. So what else are you saying, Spirit? Oh yeah, you could be very creative, and you have some unique talents or abilities. I don't know what those talents or abilities are. They did not say, because everybody has so many different abilities and talents that, I mean, you could be anything. So they're wanting to give a little bit of advice. Your guides want to give you a little advice right now, and they're saying that they just want you to keep using your intuition, but they also are encouraging you to express yourself authentically. And if you're already doing that, fully doing that, then they're saying that that is a signal that you are on the right path, or you're on your path. Okay, Spirit. Okay, so they're saying that when you're living in your truth, it is a form of protection. And this is where it gets a little weird. So I think maybe I don't know if that's why I've been avoiding it or not. But so they were telling me that you could be somebody that sees a crow all the time. And if you are seeing a crow, like, just one by itself, it might be a sign. They're telling me to tell you to take notice. Now, I don't know what means to you, but that you will receive knowledge. So I don't mean like you're going to just look at the bird and all of a sudden knowledge is going to be in your head, but what they're saying is that you will see the bird, you will see this crow, and then a few days later you'll be shown information, or you'll be enlightened somehow with information, some kind of knowledge. So I don't know how you would get that knowledge. They're not saying. Maybe the cards will tell us. And that you also, when you see that crow, it is a reminder to let you know that you are being heavily protected from evil spirits. Now, I know it's a little weird. Like I said, I don't usually do readings that talk about this kind of stuff, but they're also encouraging you to explore some new practices, and it will help expand your personal growth, and just do whatever resonates with your soul. So now maybe you're somebody that, you don't write in a journal. Maybe you could try that. Or maybe you're somebody that doesn't do sound healing. Maybe you could try that. I don't know. It's up to you. You figure it out. So I also saw a pheasant, a rabbit, and of course the crow. And they had me, like, every time I wrote down the word crow, they had me either underline it or circle it a bunch of times. I also saw the Ace of Pentacles. Those, with my physical eye, I saw those things. Now, with the vision, I had a vision of a unicorn. Now, I don't know what that means either. And then they had me bring out these dragon decks here. So I don't really know what the message is going to be. So I'm quite intrigued. So I'm just going to begin and see what Spirit wants me to do here. Okay, Spirit. Ooh, ooh, sorry for the noise. Okay. They're asking me to, I'm just going to move a few things aside here. They want me to start with this deck here. If you're new here, they'll get me to put a card aside, and then that card, it'll be a message at the end of the reading for you. So, harmony and freedom. Okay, I guess there's going to be 2 cards. On the bottom of the deck is magic and manifestation. Okay. Let's see. I'm not sure how well that can be seen. So I'm just going to pull this out a little here. Oops. Okay, let's get her started here. My word. All right. A water dragon, bottom here. I'm not sure. And a black dragon from Saturn. I didn't know why they wanted so many dragon decks, but, you know, I just do whatever Spirit asks. And then, life is easier that way. Okay, Spirit. What is it that you want here? Okay, they don't want this deck first. Okay, this one. Door to personal healing and happiness, number 34. The thinking woman. You know, I don't know what deck. I think it was this deck. It also, it kept, when I was shuffling, it brought out 3 different cards. It brought out one, it was a man and a woman, and I don't remember what it was. It was a man and woman together. And then the next card came out, anxiety. And then the third card that came out was called deceit. So I'm kind of think it might have something to do with this reading here. So I don't know what the deceit, why the deceit card came out. So the temple path, walking away. Temple path, and you're walking away. You know, I want to say that you're walking away from a church or something. Financial constraints. I'm not really sure what they're trying to say here, Spirit. Oh, this one. Yeah, caring connections. That's the one. Yeah, that's the card that came out before. The caring connections. Okay. I don't know if this has to do with you, or I don't know what this is about. Community. Is that it, Spirit? Well, and it came back up to door to personal healing and happiness yet again. And then there's a door here. Because it says financial constraints. That is a door, is it not? Well, I guess it's a cupboard. Okay. Maybe this is something that you've been going through. A door to personal healing and happiness. Maybe with this walking away, it's going to lead you. Because she's like going towards the temple here. And it's like she's leaving behind this. Okay. I have no idea what this reading is going to be about. Okay, they're asking me to bring up this deck here. Fire. The cloud is on the bottom. Cloud's imagination. Fire's intensity. And it's split here. Wisdom. And this one too. Cards were popping out too when I was doing this one. Well, I can't remember what the card was for this one. Look, it's funny. Diamond. Radiance. What was the card that was popping out here? Oh, I can't remember what the card was now. Wilderness untamed. And then this one's 43, so it's reversed of the 34. That's a, I don't know what that means. Things are going to be reversed, maybe. You know, you have them with walking away. You have 27, which would then break down into a 9, which again would be the ending of something, which is, you know, and look, intensity on the bottom, fire again. Okay, Spirit, I don't know what you're trying to tell me here. Oh, I don't know. Okay, you want to bring out a card, another one, or... Okay. They had me stop on cave initiation here. I don't know what is going on. Snake shedding. Yeah, this is like this change. You're just like leaving something behind. Well, you walked away. You know, I don't know if it's because you walked away from a relationship, or I don't know what's going on here, Spirit. I don't know. Because then it has over here, it has like the freedom and the harmony. So when you're walking away, it gave you some kind of freedom. There's something in this card. They want me to read something from, there's something here that they want us to know. Wilderness. Let's see here. It's tick season here. Every time I feel something, I feel like I'm being got a tick on me here. Okay, wilderness. Okay, Spirit, what is it that you want? There's a wild part of you that has been subjected to the demands of civilization and the regulation of the society within which you live. Once in a while, you have touched the uncivilized and untamed part of yourself and experienced that dimension of your physical spiritual being that resonates with the prime evil nature of an unadorned wilderness. That's why I came out with the freedom. So I was right that walking away here, whatever you've walked away from, but you've left behind these, I think you've left behind, or it's created a financial constraint, or you're walking away from your responsibility of whatever here. You just want the freedom from it. You're just walking away from it. You just want to escape. I mean, you could be even... Okay, let's see here. What else do you want? Okay, assessing that part may trigger some fear, yet it also arouses a simultaneous, transcendent, and rooted familiarity that connects you with a deep body memory. You've also experiencing what it must have been, like for you long ago. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Okay. You're also experiencing what it must have been like for your long ago ancestors who once lived compatibly and collaboratively within what we now call wilderness. Spent some time in nature somewhere that is away from the usual trappings of civilization. Lose your inhibitions and allow yourself to express the animal and instinctual part of yourself, your primal, untamed nature that begs to emerge into expression. That's that creativity that they're talking about. Like you have some kind of unique talents or abilities. I mean, you could be anything, because you know what? Like a lot of people don't think that they're creative, but even if you're just like problem solving, like that is being creative. And when you live like, out in nature, or like in an untamed, or you live like, far from other people, like you have to count on yourself. Like you have to find different ways of managing issues, and being self-reliant, right? So it makes you very creative to work with the things that are around you. Okay, so take off your socks and shoes and experience the direct connection with the land. Lie on the ground and breathe as if you're breathing with the earth. You can also imagine being a particular animal and dance as if you were that animal, even mimicking the sounds it makes. Okay, well, that's a little out there, but okay. Express your gratitude for the wildlands around you and the wilderness inside you, feeling the surge of vitality by doing so. So basically the same thing here, be free. All right, Spirit, what else you want here? A yawn. Spirit's like, are we boring you? I'm kind of like a little bit. Okay. Oops. Here we go. Source Dragon. Spirit attunes you to the infinite. Be still. Be still in the silence. Magic can happen. Be in the moment. It has that infinity symbol there too. So what goes around comes around. Okay. So I don't really understand what they're trying to say with these cards. See if the Air and Fire Dragons on the bottom. Expands your creative energies. No joke. Okay. Harness your creativity, excitement, and enthusiasm. Communicate your passion. Just like they were saying that you're really creative. I think this creativity is going to lead you to like some kind of temple of knowledge, or oh my gosh, Spirit. And I keep, when I was like something about, I was talking about this, I was in my head, I was talking to Spirit about this cupboard, and they're like, yeah, it's going to be filled. Okay. So what else, Spirit? Okay. This is an angel deck here. Angel numbers. I want to bring one out. Prosperity. Look, and I just finished saying that. Oh, there's more than one. New beginnings. No joke. And they were actually saying that they wanted you to explore new practices for personal growth. Prosperity is 808. Embrace your potential and welcome prosperity. You are making wise decisions and heading in the right direction. Yeah, that's because you're using that intuition that you have. And 919, you're ready to start a new chapter in your life. Be open to meeting new people. Okay, like this. Whatever, let's do it like that. It's on the bottom. Refocus. 666, refocus to find balance between your material and spiritual aspects of life. Stop putting too much emphasis on material things. Yeah, having an empty cupboard's okay as long as you have what you need. And Spirit's never going to let you go without, like, Spirit's always going to give you what you need when you need it. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to, just sit back and, tee-hee about it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. They want me to bring out one of these here. Angelic assistance, divine guidance, and loving support on the bottom. Oh, look, soul radiance, phoenix rising. That's, this new beginning right here. This new chapter that they're talking about. Let's see what this... But, you have source here too. So, I mean, that card doesn't come out unless you are highly protected and you're one of the chosen. All right, Spirit. Okay. I forgot to bring a deck down. They're asking me to bring down a deck. Twin flames, soul partner, eternal connection. All right, Spirit. Yeah, they even had, you probably can't hear it on the mic, but I am playing a type of music here that is to rebalance and to ward off negative energy. So there's something here that has been negative. Though Spirit had me put down evil spirits. Look at that. And the dolphin. That's an intuition. Sacred breath and sound. Life force communication. You're in direct communication, Spirit. Building your world. No joke. Creation, expansion, and networking. And they were just talking about you could be meeting new people here, to be open to that. On the bottom, summoning power, instinct, intellect, and control. Number 4. This is number 10, and that's number 33. Okay. They're asking me to bring out the animal oracle here. Oh yeah, they had me bring out a book too. They want me to read from a book. All right. Hold on. Okay, which book, Spirit? This one. All right. They want me to read this book here. I'm just gonna cleanse it a little. Okay. Okay. Oops. Good grief. At the end of the day, and I'm kind of tired and I'm all clumsy and my energy starts to slip, you know what I mean? Quantum jump. When I just took it out of the box, that's what it had there, and I just shuffled it, and it's there again. That's been happening to me a lot. Look in the octopus. Evolve into your complexity. Because that's what they were saying, that you navigate through complex situations. So you have a lot of complexity about you. Okay, now just so that, for like the energies, like Spirit doesn't read energy as male or female. Only in our human form are we considered male or female. But in the spiritual realm of our spirits and soul, that is just energy. Is just energy. We're not one or the other. You know what I mean? We only become that when we go into an animal or human form. Vessel. Inner conflict resolution. So that's what's going on. That's why you're building your world. You're having some kind of inner conflict. Okay. That could be because of this, whatever you're walking away from. I mean, that's normal to have inner conflict for that. All right, Spirit. You know, too, so I'm thinking about how, like, you know, this is the ending of a cycle. She leaves, like she's leaving, so that's the ending of something. And then you have right underneath comes out new beginnings, right? And then like this, the temple path, and then you have the prosperity comes out right underneath that. Well, more metamorphosis too on the bottom. Attract through glow. Yeah, that's your yeah, I just noticed too there's this bird here and this, and it's glowing. I mean, it's a dove there, but for you it's been a heavy crow. I don't know what's up with the crow. It was like a real heavy energy for crow. So that tells me that you're heavily protected and that you're being watched and guided with knowledge on your path here. So let's see here. You know, this is something I think that's why I think you're having like some inner conflict, because I don't think this is something you really wanted to do. I think that you were forced to do it. Look at that. And it came back out with evolve. Evolve into your complexity. See, and that's what they were just talking about earlier. You want that, Spirit. You know, and that you'll notice that the third eye keeps popping out here too. And seeing it brought out the snake again. And we had the snake and the other one come out with shedding. And there's another snake. That's you shedding. And that's a phoenix, right? Yeah. Okay, Spirit. Okay. All right. They want me to bring something out here with this, and then they want me to read a little blurb for those. Oops. Sheesh. All right. I'm just going to do this here on camera. Here. Okay. So again, these readings are always, could either be for male or female. It doesn't matter. Energy's energy, right? Okay. So when my thinking and believing and the saying and doing all finally fall in sync, I will actualize my amazing destiny. I am in sync. Right here, building your world. Using your intuition, sacred breath and sound. It's amazing, Spirit. I'm pretty sure these are birds too. See, there's birds there around her. Okay. So these birds are definitely bringing you messages. Okay. No, it's not this book. It's this book. Is this the right book? Yeah. Okay, so there was something here about this freedom. I mean, I'm pretty sure this freedom is just about, you know, freeing yourself from, I mean, freedom's pretty self-explanatory, right? Okay, let me see. This is 10. 5. Freedom. Let go and trust the process of life and the universe. Okay. Freedom frequently appears when we have been kidding ourselves about a particular situation or scenario we find ourselves in. You may be feeling overwhelmed and responsible or trapped by circumstances, or maybe it is a simple feeling of disquiet and anxiety. Okay, so open your heart and you will see the inner truth and any situation. Yeah, and they were talking about that, about expressing your authentic self, like your truth, the truth, like your truth, and standing in your truth of who you are, being in that truth. You will see the inner truth of any situation. Don't be afraid of the truth, for it can be as liberating as it is healing. Change is the single constant in your world, and you have learned to fear that change. Let it go, for it is your guiding cage. Your gilded cage. Sorry, I was thinking, why does that word guided look weird? Okay, so your gilded cage. Give yourself wings and come fly with me. That's why they were bringing up so many birds. I mean, there's so many wings out here, right? Even this has wings. Okay. You can only be truly free once you release your strong need for control. Be brave, follow your inner guidance. Only you can set yourself free. Let go and trust the process of life and the universe. Take time out, free some time for you to dance, play music, get back to that yoga practice, listen to water, catch the wind in your hair, seek out a place of quiet solitude in nature, sit quietly and simply be. And that's what I was talking about, like explore new practices. And then here it came out about this card here. It was talking about playing, and you know what, dolphins, that's what they're known for being very playful, right? Okay, and harmony. What do you need to know about this harmony here? Oops. Yeah, there we go. Harmony. Tomorrow is a new dawn, and being in our heart center ripples out with positive effect. Harmony is the first shy dragon I met. She was peeking out at me from behind a huge curtain when she first appeared to me. She's a quiet and considered being. Quiet and considered being. And is a lot less brash than some of the other dragons I have encountered. Okay. I asked her about her qualities, and she replied, I am the bringer of harmony, restorative on an interpersonal level and an outer global level. If you are wrestling with a problem that you are unable to resolve, ask her to bring her beautiful, harmonious influences to the situation and guide you in any steps you may need to take. If she has appeared to you today, she asks, what area of your life needs reviewing? What do you need to let go of? Is it judgments or old habits? What is it in your life that needs reharmonizing? I will assist you in taking those first steps, supporting you as you go. Take some time to sit and contemplate your life as it is, and look honestly at what may require changing. Yeah, because even in this deck, it brought out the butterfly with the metamorphosis, right? And then we were talking about the cycle as well, the ending of a cycle here, and then the new beginning. Okay, so it may be something quite small, just a little tweak, or it could be a big life-changing event. She goes on to say, the answers you seek all lie within you. So sit quietly, ground yourself, be present, and reflect. Your inner knowing, under my guidance, will bring the answers to the surface for you. She reminds us tomorrow is a new dawn, and being in our heart centers ripples out with positive effect. She will often appear when there has been discord or upset. This can be because personal or on a global scale, she is a hairbringer of change, and her role is to bring harmony to the world. So, And then it comes right out on building your world. Look at that. So that's what they're saying, that you need to bring some kind of harmony. And that's that balance that they were talking about into your world, to build a new world for yourself. You know, and with the octopus too, the octopus is something that represents somebody that's rare. You're you're a rare being of some sort. Okay. They're asking me to bring this up. They're asking me, when I was reading that, they were asking me to bring up this book, and it kept kind of throwing me off. And it's like, okay, you know, like, see, I'm reading, and I'm having a separate conversation within, you know what I mean? Okay. Breaking the fourth wall. If there's one lesson you should choose to take away from my story, then let it be this. Life is not something that can be experienced on a deadline. Sometimes you must completely let go. That's exactly what, like, these two cards here we're talking about. Okay. No expectations, no preconceived notions. Do try to have faith that you'll end up someplace remarkable, no matter how many unusual characters you happen upon or trickery plot twists that unfold along the way. I'm sorry, I'm pausing and I'm laughing because I said in the pre-download that that you're somebody that can navigate through like complex situations, and that I believe that like you're somebody that uses your caution, but you also react quickly to life's twists and turns. And now they're talking about twists here, so I find it funny how spirit will like throw those things in just to kind of wrap up the whole and talk about it, all my pre-downloads. Okay, so no matter how many unusual characters you happen upon or trickery plot twists that unfold along the way, breaking the fourth wall. So yeah, it's nothing's on a deadline. It all happens in timing, you know. Is that it, Spirit? What does he want? Sorry, I'm tired. What is it? Oh, yeah, sorry. They wanted me to bring out one of these. I had the deck setting aside. I was looking on the shelf for all the decks. Little clear quartz. That's what I had on the cards when I started the reading. Clear quartz. Getting clear quartz about your intentions. Get crystal clear about, oh, sorry. I'm tired. Get crystal clear about your intentions. Let's see what they want here. Okay. Clear quartz. Here we go. The purity and glow of clear quartz can amplify whatever frequency it comes in contact with. So this is your spirit call to get in touch with your intentions. The law of attraction wants to work in your favor, but you've got to get crystal clear on what you want. Otherwise, you're just that person who got in the front of the line at the Cosmic Cafe and still didn't know what to drink to order. Dig deep and get to the root of why you want what you want. Will that specific job really make all your dreams come true? Or do you just want financial security? And then, you know, you have this financial, you know, and it comes right out on that too, because you have this financial constraint here. Are you desperate for that specific person to ask you out? Yeah, and then the card came up with that couple in it, the about companion or whatever. Or are you just craving some cuddle time. When you understand your motivations on a deeper and more honest level, your manifestations will pack a way more powerful punch. Now get back in line at the Cosmic Cafe and be ready to place that order. Okay, Spirit, is that it? Yeah, they said that's it. Okay, Spirit, I'm going to close this reading, and I hope this has been helpful to whoever needed to hear this message today. And with that, I bid you a good day. I hope this video finds you well. Sending you love and light.